Namaste and welcome everyone. You're watching India Tonight with me, Ashish Parekh, and my colleague Sumita Karir. We are joining you live from the Delhi studio, and let's quickly go across to some big news that's coming in right now on the broadcast. A big distressing update that we're getting you. At least 5 people have been killed and several others injured after an explosion was reported from the national capital. We are being told that this blast occurred near the Red Fort. These are visuals from the spot where it happened. A high alert has been sounded in Delhi. We expect around 7 fire tenders, we are being told, have been pressed into action. Multiple ambulances also on the spot right now. The injured are being taken to the LNJP hospital. The blast, in fact, reportedly took place in a car outside the Lal Killa metro station, gate number 1. And we are being told this happened between 6:30 and 7. Just a while back, in fact, just an hour ago. The nature of the explosion, let's be very clear, is not yet known. There is, of course, a lot being reported, but we will not get into rumor mongering until we have a confirmed update from the police. Meanwhile, security personnel have been cordoned off from the area where the explosion took place. In fact, we continue to get you all the details on this, and I believe my colleague Samir joins us on the broadcast from the spot. Samir Dikshit, big update that's coming in from the national capital. First and foremost, lots of updates are coming in on social media, unconfirmed reports that are also doing the rounds. Let's set the record straight. Help us understand what exactly happened and what are the official details that we have right now.
So by around like 6:55 p.m. later evening, Delhi Fire Brigade Department received a call about the explosion or the blast near the Red Fort area, after which all the connected security agencies, the Delhi Fire Brigade Department, they reached to the spot. But if you see the eyewitness account, they have mentioned that a big explosion occurred near to the gate number 1 Delhi metro station, which is near to the Red Fort, and a couple of eyewitnesses have also mentioned that after the blast, the huge explosion that took place, several cars caught fire as well. So there was a blast in one of the cars, but there were a couple of other cars which were standing nearby and they caught fire. Now, the intensity of the blast could be easily understood, that how intense it was, that the people who were standing nearby, many of them got injured. But we are also picking up from unconfirmed sources that over 5 are feared dead as of now. The injured have been taken to the nearby LNJP hospital. The medical assistance is being provided, but there are a couple of reports that suggest that the number of persons, the death number could increase as well. As of now, what is the real cause or the root cause of the blast? It is yet not known, and we cannot make any assumption, or the initial speculation can't be done. But yes, Delhi police, the dog squad along with NIA team, they have reached to the spot. The entire area has been cordoned off. Now let me tell you that this area, Red Fort area, which is a big tourist spot, and also the nearby area is a big economic hub kind of a thing, where traders in huge number, they come, kind of a wholesale market it is there. And that is the reason that the peak hours, roughly around 7 o'clock in the evening, when there were a lot of people on the road, this blast took place, and because of which it is very much assumed that the number of persons, those who got injured, or even the death number, they might be on a bit higher note. But as of now, the security agencies, Delhi Police Special Cell, Delhi Police Dog Squad, even the forensic team, and also NIA team, the National Investigative Agency, their officials are also, they have reached to the spot. But what is the cause of the blast? It is yet to be ascertained, but this has surely sent a panic to a panic kind of a storm to all the people, those who were nearby. We are also picking up from our sources that the entire Delhi state has been put on high alert. All the busy spots in Delhi, Delhi police is taking round, and they are on a high alert mode as of now. But this blast has really sent kind of a shock, and the real cause of the blast is yet to be ascertained.
Right. Absolutely, Samir. So the real cause of the blast is yet to be ascertained. And of course, you are putting that story into perspective. And of course, a very important point that you also pointed out is the fact that this is a high security zone. How could such a device, an explosive device, have been planted without getting noticed by security agencies? That remains the big question. We do hope that investigating agencies will arrive at that very particular point. But this is also important because this is happening on a day when a major terror module got busted in Faridabad. Have we been given to understand any understanding on that linkage as of now, and has there been any statement or any communication that's been issued by the Home Ministry on this front?
Absolutely right, Sumita. You have pointed that yes, in the recent past, if you have seen not just the Faridabad where this kind of development took place, but also in Gujarat, a terror module or the sleeper module was busted by Gujarat Special Police Cell as well. Now, if you see, the dots can be connected because in the last couple of days, there are activities which have been caught by the investigative agencies. The terror module has been busted. The sleeper cells have been busted by the investigative agency. But yes, this particular blast or the explosion near to Red Fort area has alarmed the Delhi police and the top investigative agencies as well, whether it be NIA or the other agencies. And now that is the reason that they are looking at what is the real reason behind the blast. Is it just linked to kind of CNG blast, which couple of people might be they are saying speculation. It is there that it might be a CNG that CNG blast could be there, but yes. We cannot rule out any of the theory as of now, and that is the reason that we don't want to make the speculation. We will go by the official statement. While whether it be Delhi police or the other department, we are also getting to know that the Home Ministry is likely to issue a statement in this regard. We will be sharing with our viewers very shortly. As of now, no speculation, but yes, there was a blast or an explosion in one of the car by around it was around 6:55 p.m. Later evening today. And that resulted that multiple got injured and over 5 people are dead as of now. Even a report suggests that 8 have been confirmed dead and they have been taken to
site. You people are in between. I don't have any idea. कितने इंजरी नहीं अरे भाई हम नहीं सर क्या हुआ आज क्या हुआ सर व्हाट एक मिनट प्लीज थोड़ा स्पीड
Sameer, if you're still with us now, we just heard, the police team that has reached there. The special team is also on the spot. You also have the FSL that's rushing to the spot. And like you rightly pointed out, we're not jumping to any conclusions here on ET Now. We continue to get you all the official details that are coming in straight from the cops as well. But again, like you rightly pointed out, one of the most important things that you said is that the timing of the explosion points towards a conspiracy, not just in terms of this happening during a rush hour, but also it's the festive season. People from across the nation flock, Chandni Chowk area to...
इंजर्ड कितने हैं, कितनी कैजुअलिटीज है, वो आंकड़ा आया है अभी तक?
सर अभी तक क्या हालात हैं यहाँ के?
पुलिस के आला अधिकारी अब मौके पर पहुँच रहे हैं, तमाम सवाल।
सर फिर भी यहाँ पे कितनी कैजुअलिटीज हैं, क्या सिचुएशन?
एक मिनट आप लोग
Now, it is confirmed that 8 people have died in the blast. Sameer, this puts the entire conspiracy angle much more into picture. The fact that this has been such a massive blast could not have been an accidental explosion. Sameer, yet again, the location, the timing, the planning of it all looks and points towards a bigger conspiracy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you see that recently a module that was busted in Faridabad, that also indicates that everything doesn't look so easy. I mean, there could be some kind of connecting dots between these kind of activity. As of now, Delhi police is trying to avoid the questions because they want to reach to any preliminary conclusion first, that whether it was just a CNG blast, as it was mentioned, but or it has got some linkage of any kind of terror activity. As of now, no speculation, but yes, Delhi police first, they need to have a preliminary finding. But what we can confirm is that the preliminary report or the officials at LNJP hospital, they have confirmed 8 dead as of now, and more than 10 people are injured, for which they are getting the medical assistance at LNJP hospital. But if you see the intensity of the blast, that could be easily understood with the person, those who are impacted, and not just the person. Even if you see the number of cars that got fire, that caught the fire, that was roughly around 10 to 12 cars. Those were standing in the series, and they all got fire, because of which the people, those who were standing nearby, they were immensely impacted. As of now, Delhi police, along with the other connecting departments like the Delhi police forensic team, NIA, the dog squad, they have all reached to the spot. The entire space has been cordoned off, and the investigation is currently going on so as to find out the preliminary cause of this blast or the explosion.
Right, Samir, and we'll keep coming back to you whenever there are more updates on this big breaking story. But thanks for the moment for joining us with all of those updates. Ladies and gentlemen, at least 8 people have died and 11 others have been injured. And you can see those visuals on your television screen are from Red Fort. In fact, this was an explosion that was reported near Red Fort. As of now, my colleague Samir Dikshit was also mentioning that a high alert has been sounded. And of course, fire tenders have reached to the spot and the injured have been taken to hospital. For the moment, thank you very much, Samir, once again for joining us. And ladies and gentlemen, let's now listen in and watch this report that's been filed by my colleague Bhavtosh from that spot, from that blast spot where the car explosion took place.
Well, as far as Delhi police is concerned, they have not officially issued a statement. Could be issued very soon, because they have to first assess the entire situation and also first understand what has happened. It's just around 30 to 35 minutes. The footfall in that area is very high. The nature of the blast that has happened, the explosive or the explosion that has happened is also a very high impact thing. As the fire department has officially told us 2 times now, is that it happened at around 18:55 hours or 7:55 p.m. and the impact was such that another car completely got damaged. The visuals themselves are very macabre, very gory, and the reports we are getting is at least 1 person has died or lost life. But again, having said that, no official confirmation to this information. What has happened further is that the Commissioner of the Delhi Police, the newly appointed Commissioner of the Delhi Police, Satish Golcha, has briefed the Home Ministry, and very soon.
Absolutely. So that was Bhavtosh getting us all the details there. Joining us right now is Mr. PK Jain, former police additional DGP. Mr. PK Jain, appreciate you joining us on the broadcast. A big update that's coming in right now. And like we continue to maintain on ET now, we are not pointing towards any controversy or any conspiracy here unless and until there is an official word from the police. But Mr. Jain, the nature of the blast, the location and also the intensity of the blast does point to an ulterior motive. What's your understanding of what's happened, particularly putting into context the terror module that has been busted as well?
Yeah, thanks a lot. It's a very gory incident, and you are very right in saying that because this terror module has been busted, a lot of explosive and RDX has been seized from them. 2 people are still missing from that module. So it apparently shows that the same module may have operated or may have caused this blast, which has resulted into this serious incident at Lal Killa. As you very rightly said, that it is too premature till the time the official version of Delhi Police comes. But prima facie, as an experienced police officer, I can dare say that this is, the part of the effort of the terrorists has apparently succeeded, that they have caused this blast. They could have probably caused a much more and much larger number of blasts in the country at various places. But fortunately, due to the timely seizure of the explosives and the guns, that plot was foiled. So whatever little module was left, which was operating in Delhi or Faridabad, etc., that module appears to have caused this particular blast and caused these deaths and injuries.
Right. Right, Mr. Jain, and like you rightly stated, this is happening on a day when a terror module was busted in Faridabad. Murshidabad, but could this be a symbolic attack which is perhaps aimed at sending a message and, of course, causing casualties?
This is not a symbolic blast at all. We must take it extremely seriously. The guys were collecting material and men. They were putting a plan together to probably, disturb the law and order and the security scenario in NCR area and the surrounding areas. It was a very deliberate attempt. It is now, in my opinion, a very desperate attempt on their part to have caused this blast, because they will be caught sooner or later. The police, the entire, the ATS of Delhi, J&K and UP, everybody is after them. So sooner or later they will be caught. So it is a desperate attempt on their part to cause whatever damage they can do and show that they have been able to operate. See, for the last few years, we have been operating with a lot of tranquility and security. We have been neutralizing a number of these terror modules all across the country. Now, one small module has succeeded, and if they are not caught, they may still cause a few more blasts, whatever material they have left, if they they've had any kind of reserve plans. So we should be keeping our fingers crossed. The police has to be on their extreme guard, and the intelligence has to be gathered in all earnestness so that we can prevent further blasts like this in Delhi or around Delhi, NCR region, and elsewhere in the country. It is extremely important. I will not take it as one of those sporadic actions caused by the terrorists. It is a very well-planned kind of conspiracy and a very well-planned action. So I would take it in all seriousness that it demands.
Right. Mr. Jain, one of the things you said here is that it has to be taken extremely seriously. And from what I've been told, the Delhi special cell, the Delhi police special cell is already at the spot. Energy is also being rushed to the spot. FSL teams are also at the spot, as well as all the hospitals, the ambulances being there as well. But meanwhile, talking about, the larger conspiracy that you're also hinting at, I was just listening to some of the eyewitnesses speaking, and one of the things that they said is that multiple bodies were strewn across the area. The vehicle that was apparently involved was also completely damaged, and one of the shopkeepers also said that he could feel the blast up to 700 to 900 meters away. It seems like a massive controversy, and it's more shocking given the fact that this is an area which is well cordoned off. It has multiple checkpoints as well. So the fact that they even managed to get there seems like there is a message being sent out that no place in this country, regardless of how secure it is out of reach of this module that you're talking about.
See, let us be clear about 2-3 things at the beginning itself. It is humanly impossible to check each and every vehicle and see the whatever is being carried in the vehicle, and who are the people who are using that vehicle. It is extremely, we make our efforts, we keep making security checks, we keep making surprise checks, whatever we do. One should be lucky that the police is on their guard, the intelligence agencies are on their guard to foil, 1,000 attempts before one such attempt succeeds. And it puts the entire police machinery and the intelligence machinery in question. So I would say that, possibility of this kind of a blast taking place in a country like ours is extremely probable, yet we have been able to prevent it. Now, coming to this particular thing, as I said, the guys are now getting desperate. They have to show something with the kind of preparation. They came 350 kilos of RDX and explosives. You should just imagine the extent of the damage that this material can cause. And RDX is an extremely destructive material. We have seen the impact of this in 1993 in Mumbai, and all the blasts that took place. So RDX is an extremely, and this kind of impact that you are telling me, that the blast was heard about a kilometer away and the cars were burning and things like that. So RDX coupled with other material, which is freely available in the market in any case in forms of many chemicals, this kind of a damage is possible. And as I said, I personally suspect that it is the same module. They just wanted to show that 2 of our fellows have been caught. We will also be caught now sooner or later. And they wanted to do something spectacular before they are caught and they are arrested. So, until the time they are caught, they may still have some material left with them, and they may still try to cause. So we have to move with a lot of speed and caution, and also the public has to be a little, careful. The old old scenario where everybody has to be aware of their surroundings and report anything unusual to the police. We again have to get back into the same mode.
Absolutely, Mr. Jain, and we are yet to hear from the Home Ministry in terms of how exactly was it carried out. But definitely, it is an important and a very major blast that has happened. Given the timing of this is coming in just ahead of the Parliament session that begins in December, and of course, we do also know that there are elections. The last phase of elections in Bihar happens tomorrow. Would you be able to throw some light on that, on these aspects as well?
Yeah, as I said, the police have to be careful in Bihar. They have to be careful in a lot of things that are happening in Delhi itself. In Faridabad, I'm told that one, some Padiyatra was to be taken out or has been taken out. So and Delhi and Mumbai, places like Delhi, Mumbai, and all major metropolitans in the country are always a target for, such action. For the simple reason that any such action, the moment an act like this takes place, it puts the place on the map of the country and the world, and everybody starts looking at the country with a different kind of outlook as to what will happen in future, whether the government will be able to contain it. Also puts a lot of question on the establishment in power at that time, which is happening. We've been able to prevent any such serious damage to the country for the last 12, 13 years. So I'm sure that the police will put their act together. They will arrest these people. And as I said earlier, it is extremely difficult to prevent many of such terrorist acts in the country. Pahalgam happened on our watch. Many other acts happened on our watch. But then we have been able to get to the root of it and then teach a lesson to the perpetrators and their sympathizers and their supporters in the right manner. Now, this act has taken place. I'm sure the government of India is alive to situations like this, and the action, believe me, action will be taken and exemplary action will be taken. Now, in the meantime, a couple of more such incidents may take place. So one should not rule out the fact. That's why I'm saying that everybody, citizens, the establishment, the security forces, the intelligence machinery, everybody has to be on their guard now. Ji.
I think these are moments where we as a nation have to come together, and it's everyone's responsibility to ensure that we live in a safe and sound environment. But Mr. Jain, a quick follow-up question there. This has, of course, happened in the national capital, but the messaging goes across the nation as well. Do you think now across all major cities in India, the cops will be on high alert, given the fact that the way you said that there is a possibility that this module could be much larger. They could have a lot of material left, and before they are caught, just like their associates were, they could try to go out with a bang. So do you think this now also sends out a message and an alert across the nation?
I mean, believe me, the way we function, the message has already gone out. These days, the media is so strong. You have carried the message across the country. And the moment we hear of an incident like this, everybody's antennas are up. The police are already making their arrangements in other cities, other major cities, wherever, which are the vulnerable places, all the vital installations. I mean, the list is long. There's a set drill for that. The moment an incident of this kind takes place in Delhi, Mumbai, or any other major city, the machinery pans out immediately and starts taking precautionary measures so that it does not happen in their area of operation. So let's hope, as I said, we are very capable in handling matters like this. It's a temporary setback, yes, but I'm sure that this setback will not be carried any further, and the police and the intelligence machinery will be, will be off to dealing with these elements immediately.
He's on high alert. Yes. Absolutely. The teams are on high alert, but I'd request you to hold on for a second. We will just listen into some eyewitness bites of people who were there at that site where this car explosion took place. Let's listen into what some of these eyewitnesses had to say.
वहाँ पर इतना ज़ोरदार धमाका हुआ है, वहाँ पर इतनी ज़ोरदार तेज़ आवाज़ आई कि एकदम से शॉक्ड हो गए। फिर मेरे पास में फ़ोन्स भी आए काफ़ी सारे। हमने कहा क्या हुआ, हमने कहा धमाका हुआ है। उसके बाद हमने दूर से आके देखा, हमने दूर से ही हम क्योंकि करीब में जा नहीं सकते थे। फिर यहाँ पे साइड में हमने देखा इंसान का हाथ पड़ा हुआ, पूरा फटा हुआ। फिर आगे उस साइड देखा तो फेफड़ा पड़ा हुआ इंसान का। तो इतना ये आदमी सोच भी नहीं सकता कि एकदम से हुआ तो क्या हुआ इंसान।
मेरा नाम राजधर पांडे।
क्या हुआ सर, आप क्या बता पाएंगे कुछ?
नहीं जी, हम कुछ नहीं, हम ये देखे, लपट देखा,
हाँ।
अपने छत से देखा, तभी मैं नीचे उतर के आया कि जरा देखूं कहाँ है क्या। और तो पता नहीं कि
किसी
क्या।
तरह की कोई आवाज़ आपने
हाँ,
सुनी?
बहुत जोर आवाज आई, बिल्डिंग खिड़की हिल गई, खिड़की हिल गई।
आपका घर कितना दूर है इस
ये
जगह
रहा
से?
गुरुद्वारे के पास।
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring you up to speed with the very latest that we're gathering at the moment as far as this particular blast in the national capital is concerned. In fact, what we're given to understand is that a team of NSG commandos, the country's chief counter-terrorism force, is already on its way to the site. Remember, this explosion rocked the area outside the Red Fort metro station this evening, and the toll from the Red Fort explosion has now shot up. We're given to understand that at least 8 people have died and at least 11 are currently injured. We'll keep you up to speed and we'll keep bringing you live updates as far as that particular incident is concerned. But time for us to slip into a very short commercial break. We will continue with our continuous coverage of these blasts, these car explosion that really took place near the Red Fort in New Delhi, in the national capital.